Yeah, the first one was a murder. He did blow himself up, but Ace murdered him. Ace convinced him that he could go through it by himself.
If Junpei is correct, and the body in the shower room was Nijisaki's, that means all of the people who were murdered were involved with the creation of the Nonary project.
Yeah.
Kubota, the person who conducted the actual experiments. Nijisaki, Hongo's assistant. Musashido, the man who financed the project.
Oh, he was the one that financed it.
You mean this was all just revenge? Santa is Zero. He's getting revenge for the death of his sister. That's why he killed them.
No, I don't think Santa actually murdered anyone. If I'm right, then it's not hard to figure out who the next victim's gonna be, is it?
Ace.
I'm pretty sure I don't have to tell you.
Yes.
Yep.
Right.
The next target will be Gentaro Hongo.
Yep. Ace.
The person who planned the Nonary project.
In other words, Ace.
Yep.
What?
What the hell's going on here?
But then why did Santa insist that Ace went with them?
It must be 6 a.m. Our time is up.
Shit! Come on, we need to get out of here.
How?
I'm betting this sucker opens the exit. Come on, let's go.
New material has been added to the file screen. Keycard 0. Is that all that's new? Yep. Alright, let's just swipe this card. Junpei, look! It's unlocked. Yeah! Now we can go back to the library. Hurry up, Junpei. We don't have time. Let's go. Alright, let's go.
Huh. I think the shaking stopped.
There we go. Now I've finally cleared that one and moved to the next screen. There's still six boxes to go through though.
It would seem so, but we are yet to be out of danger.
You're right. Let's hurry.
This exit needs the Uranus card too. Hey, Junpei.
Yeah, I know. All right, it's open. Let's... Okay, Neptune Key, let's see if you work. Yes! I think it unlocked.
It says incinerator. So this is the incinerator.
Yep.
This is the first time I've seen it from this side, but yeah.
Then there ought to be a lever near the door.
Yeah, right here.
Pull that and the door should open.
Got it. Let's go.
What the hell is going on?
What's wrong?
What?
Are you okay?
Jumpy, you came to get me.
Of course I did. I made a promise.
I'm so glad you're here.
Hey, what happened to you?
I'm fine. I just fainted. I wasn't feeling very good. I'm feeling a lot better now, though.
Are you sure?
Yes. I just need to rest a little longer. I'm sure I'll be fine. You shouldn't worry about me.
Santa.
Hey, where is it? Where's the gun? You hide it somewhere?
I don't have it. I got sucker punched and they took the gun.
What? Who took it?
What? Isn't that obvious?
I took the gun.
Yep. Ace. Of course.
Ace.
Just what the hell do you think you're doing, Ace? Or maybe I ought to say Gentaro Hongo, CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals?
You have me at a disadvantage. And I don't like that. You know me.
But I don't know you. Do you have any idea how much I've suffered? Can you even begin to understand my pain?
The pain of prosopagnosia, right?
Another irritating insect. And how do you know that?
Good question.
No matter. If you don't want to answer, it makes no difference to me.
Good question.
This is a waste of time anyway. First is 1. Give me your hand. 8. And with this... 9.
The ninth man. Kubota's bracelet.
We'll find out if it was.
This game.
We'll find out if it was 9 now.
I've had quite a time playing with you. I must thank Zero, I suppose.
Wait, what? Ace doesn't know who Zero is. What the hell are you planning, Santa?
At any rate, this game ends now. I will escape, and the rest of you will have a slightly less pleasant ending. I suggest you enjoy your final moments.
Just the way you planned for the kids to have their ending 9 years earlier.
Goodbye. Wait!
Nope.
What?
The 9 bracelet
Why isn't
is
it
not
opening?
9. Therefore, we know the 0 bracelet is 6. Now we know the 9 bracelet isn't 9. And they suspected that June's bracelet was a 9, not a 6. And Santa's bracelet was a 3 instead of a 7, I think. No. Was 0 instead of 3. Still doesn't add up to...
One more time. Now open! No! What is this? Why? The digital route should be 9! It has to be 9! Then why? Why isn't it opening? Now! Ah!
Oh,
No! Ugh.
nice one. 7.
Oh, that was close. Too close. Thank you, 7.
Don't mention it. Just one punch ain't enough for this piece of shit. After what he did 9 years ago, I ought to rip him to pieces. But if a suspect can't talk, they ain't much good. Once he's locked up in a cell, we're gonna have a little chat. 9 years ago? Then you must be... Yeah, you finally figured it out, dumbass.
Yeah, he didn't look too different from 9 years ago, so how did Ace not recognize 7?
You killed Kubota, Nijisaki, and Musashido, didn't you?
Wait, Nijisaki?
Oh, right. You don't know yet. All right. We'll just go through them in order then. Let's start off with Kubota. You talked to Kubota and managed to convince him to go into door 5 alone. You killed him without making it look like you killed him.
Yep.
The way I figure it, you had 4 motives. 1. In the Nonary game, the number 9 is dangerous. Whoever had the 9 bracelet could join whatever team they wanted.
Yes. Correct, Razzie. Ace can't recognize faces, which is why he didn't realize one of the people that Junpei just mentioned was dead. He thought he killed Snake instead of the other person.
Adding 9 to any number doesn't change the digital route.
And that's why he took the number 9 bracelet and killed his friend here, because he tried to use the number 9 bracelet just then.
Which means that number 9 could do whatever they wanted. You wanted to remove that threat as soon as possible. 2. You wanted the number 9 bracelet for yourself, so that you could make use of its power. In fact, you did use it in the murder of Nijisaki.
Yep.
3. Even if his number hadn't been 9, Kubota was a problem. He knew your past. He knew what had happened 9 years before. You needed to silence him before he told anyone. 4. But last, and perhaps the most disturbing, you used Kubota as a test. You wanted to know how serious this Nonary game was. Was it truly life or death, or simply a harmless prank? You convinced him to break the rules so you could see what would happen. That was why you killed Kubota. But he was only the first. Next was Nijisaki. While everyone was off looking for the missing parts for the Reds, you ran into Nijisaki near the big hospital room.
Thinking he was Snake.
However, because of your prosopagnosia, you didn't realize he was Nijisaki.
Yeah, prosopagnosia. Prosopagnosia is the thing that Ace has. Can't recognize faces.
Chiefly because, when you met him, he was dressed like Snake. That was why you thought Nijisaki was Snake.
No, that's not... That was Nijisaki?
And Ace has just admitted that he killed him.
Why? How did...
I'll get to that. Anyway, you thought he was Snake. Snake was one of the kids in your experiment 9 years ago. You remembered him because he was the blind kid, but his presence made you think. Snake was one of my subjects 9 years ago. He probably hates me. But if that's true, why isn't he saying anything? Is he keeping quiet because he can't see? Or perhaps he's working with Zero to get revenge on me. Whatever the reason, anyone who knows my past is a threat. Before he tries anything, I need to get rid of him. That was when you decided you had to kill him.
Yep.
The murder weapon was Kubota's bracelet. You just waved it over the red, verified your own number, and then grabbed Nijisaki's arm and forced it over the scanner panel. Then, when the door opened, you kicked him in.
That kind of means that the first guy's 9 bracelet was a number 9. So why didn't it work a minute ago? Because it didn't equal... Oh no. Yeah, why didn't it work a minute ago when he tried to get through the 9 door? This was to get through the 3 door, so he needed different people.
9 seconds later, the door closed. And then 81 seconds passed. And poor Nijisaki was dead.
And you mean to say... Snake is still alive?
Yep.
Sorry to disappoint you, but I'm as good as new. Thank you for killing the wrong man, but I can't say I like knowing that you wanted me dead. Although, to be honest, even if you hadn't tried to kill me, I would still hate you very much.
Yes.
Well, I wouldn't blame you.
Yeah, you would expect all those kids to hate you. You would be surprised if none of them, if even one of them didn't hate you.
Last but not least, let's talk about Musashido's death. When Clover and I were investigating the chart room, you came over to talk to me. Do you remember what you said?
Oh, a pocket watch. Might I take a look at it?
I handed it to you, and you left the room.
Did he?
You had been in charge of the Nonary project. Of course you would have known the solution to every puzzle, which would mean that you also knew how to get out of the wheelhouse. All you had to do was place the watch in the indentation on the door to unlock it. With the door open, you could enter the captain's quarters. Musashido was there. Conveniently placed next to him was an axe that practically begged you to kill him with it. You picked up that axe and buried the blade deep in the other man's chest. One blow was all it took, and then you returned to the chart room as if nothing had happened.
There was something I wanted to speak with you about, Junpei. Could you come with me for a moment?
I had no reason to say no, so I followed you to the wheelhouse. When we stepped inside, remember how you slipped your hand into my vest? You pulled out a piece of paper, the one I used to cheat during the vote. But that wasn't really what you were after. Your true purpose had been to slip the watch into my pocket. It wasn't a very good plan. Had way too many holes, and someone saying the wrong thing could have brought it all down around you.
How did he get the watch in the first place, though?
You must have been desperate. But what made you willing to risk it all to do it? Ace, Musashido's murder is the only one I don't understand. You obviously did it. But why?
Because of this.
What's with the paper?
Just read it.
Let's see. Number 1. There are 2 ways you might survive this ordeal. The first is to win the Nonary game. The second is for you to confess your sins of 9 years past. I have prepared a camera in the captain's quarters. The images captured by that camera will be streamed through a satellite. Simply look into the camera and repent.
Through a satellite and distributed across the world. Simply look into the camera and repent.
Once you have confessed everything, I will release you from this ship. To make your confession more credible, I have left you a witness in the captain's quarters. Perhaps he will confess with you. The decision is yours. Do as you please. 0.
When I awoke in that room on D-Deck,
So if the confession was going to be captured worldwide, or broadcast worldwide, how did he kill him and did not get captured?
I found that in my pocket. That was why I chose door 1 when we voted. If I went through that door, I knew I could get to the captain's quarters. As you said, I knew how to enter the wheelhouse. My plan was to find the pocket watch before anyone else. If I could, then my alibi would be set. At least, that was the plan. Unfortunately for me, you got to it first. That sleight of hand was the best I could manage on short notice.
You meant to kill him from the beginning then? Musashido, I mean.
I only knew Musashido was the witness after I reached the captain's quarters. I asked him, and he answered. He seemed groggy. Perhaps he had only just awoken from sedation. I suppose Nijisaki was in much the same state. He seemed confused and disoriented when I encountered him. But yes, you are correct. I intended to kill him from the beginning, even though I didn't know who he was. I proceeded to the captain's quarters in order to remove this so-called witness.
Ace, you figured it out, haven't you? You were being manipulated.
Yep,
Yes, so it would seem.
very
He was
much
little
so.
more than a puppet, in many ways. Everywhere I went, everything was already prepared. The Reds in the large hospital room were dismantled. Nijisaki was dressed like Snake. There was an axe in the captain's quarters. Musashido was delirious from the anesthetic, so he couldn't fight back. Nijisaki as well. In retrospect, I can't understand how I could have fallen into such a simple trap. But yes, this was a trap. It was Zero's trap. And I fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. I did everything he wanted me to do.
Yeah. By manipulating you, Zero was able to kill 3 people and keep the blood off his own hands.
Yep.
All of this was revenge for what happened 9 years ago. That's why this Nonary game happened. Am I right, Santa?
There it is.
Huh? What the hell are you talking about? I don't know any.
Ain't no point trying to play dumb anymore, Santa. Actually, I guess I should call you Aoi Kurashiki, huh? My memory came back to me, kid. You're Aoi Kurashiki, no doubt about it. Never thought I'd be back in this room talking to you.
Yeah.
But hey, I guess this was all part of your plan, right?
The question still appears, why is there an incinerator room on a cruise ship? On a boat that was intended to be a cruise ship?
After all, the person who planned the Nonary game this time around was Zero. And Zero's you.
Looks like you really do have your memories back, huh? Well, I guess there's no point in hiding it then, huh? Yeah, you got me. I'm Aoi Kurashiki. I was one of the kids in the Nonary game 9 years ago. I made it out. So did Snake over there. But there's one thing... No, I guess there's 2 things you got wrong.
Yes, it was retrofitted to be a hospital ship. Yes, but would they really have an incinerator room that is this huge? Maybe a small oven-sized thing, but not a huge room.
Number one, I ain't Zero.
What?
Wait, what?
Sure, I was helping Zero out, but I'm really more of an assistant, like a secretary.
Okay.
But an assistant's only an assistant. I didn't come up with all this. All I did was follow Zero's orders.
Then, if you're not Zero, who is?
Yeah.
Calm down there, Junpei. Didn't I say two things?
It's very excessive in size.
You made one more mistake. Junpei, you just said all of this was revenge for what happened 9 years ago. That's why this Nonary game happened.
Yep.
But that's not it. Revenge isn't the only purpose.
Okay.
There's another reason you guys were playing the Nonary game. To save someone.
Save someone?
Right. You were brought here to help my sister. To save Akane.
She died 9 years ago. How can they save her now?
What the hell are you talking about? Akane Kurashiki died 9 years ago in this room. I was there. I saw...
Yeah.
What? What the hell? Where is she? Where's Akane Kurashiki? Ugh! Oh, my head! My head, it feels like it's gonna pop.
7! What the hell is going on?
I don't know, I just... Oh! I swear to God, my head feels like it's about to explode!
What was the Nonary Project? I'm sure you know already, but I'll tell you one more time. It was a project designed to test a particular phenomenon.
Yeah. But that was through space, not time as well.
And what was that phenomenon? For two organisms to communicate with one another in the absence of physical contact.
Yes. Through space.
The morphogenetic field theory. Could human beings use these invisible fields to exchange information? That was what this experiment was conducted to determine. There were two separate locations. One was the Gigantic, and the other was a building in Nevada called Building Q. The 9 children trapped in Building Q were faced with numerous puzzles, copies of identical ones on the Gigantic. They were told to send their answers into the morphic field set and transmit them to their brothers and sisters on the Gigantic.
How do you know this if you were one on the Gigantic?
The transmitters were put in Building Q, and the receivers were put on the Gigantic. Each sibling pair was supposed to be split up, but
Not you and your sister.
there was a mistake. Akane was a transmitter. She should have been in Building Q. However, for some reason, she was placed on the Gigantic with the receivers, like me. Perhaps she was mistaken for someone who was supposed to be in Group A.
So you're saying there's someone else that looked the same as her?
Whatever the case, Akane ended up on the Gigantic.
And the people running it 9 years ago got them mixed up?
I think I've told you enough. You get it, don't you? I'm pretty sure you know where this is going, Junpei.
Where what is going?
Don't play dumb. You know things you shouldn't. Things you couldn't. How did you know Ace had prosopagnosia? How did you know why Ace wanted to kill Kubota and how Nijisaki was killed?
Yeah, things like that didn't happen in this timeline. We found that out in different timelines.
Were you surprised when you found out Ace was Hongo?
When we originally found out, yeah.
And what about the coffin Snake was trapped in? How the hell did you open it?
Yeah. He was surprised. How did he know the code when he put that code in?
Well,
We found that code out in a different timeline.
that's...
He knew because... knew. Junpei was receiving information that I sent to him through the morphic field set. It's simple, really. How do I know the alternate futures then? Imagine a river that splits in two like an upside down Y. The river flows from the top to the bottom, from a single stream into two branches. It only flows in one direction. It can never flow backward. Information is the same way. It moves from the past to the future, but never flows backward. That's why people at the river's source in the past will never know about those downstream in the future. But the people downstream will never know about one another either. That's saying, like, we've gone down that way, say. You're saying we've been brought here down to 9 years later. That's 9 years earlier. We're here to save someone back there? That doesn't work. Information only flows along the path of the river. But I am different. I can manipulate the morphic field set to pluck knowledge from the future. I know what happens on either fork of the river, even though the people on either fork know nothing about one another. Now, who am I? I am I, the 9th letter of the alphabet. But I am also 0. No, that's not true. I'm not really 0, not yet. Perhaps you could say I am less than 0. 0 is my future. In 9 years, I will be 0. What? Where did you go? June? No, Akane. Where did you go?
Santa!
Wise Clover.
Freeze.
Santa's got the gun. Guess he picked it up when we weren't watching. Looks like he's turning the tables on Ace, though. Wonder how he likes having a gun to his head.
Get up.
Sure isn't about to take the gun off him for a minute, is he? Ace isn't putting up any kind of fight. I mean, I don't think I would either, but he just looks drained. I guess he's going for the door, huh? He doesn't need to verify to go through that door, but...
Hey, what's your plan, Santa? What are you doing?
He can't get through any numbered doors with just 2 people. What the hell is he thinking?
Didn't I tell you? I'm Santa Claus. It's time for me to go make a wish come true.
How far down the line are we now? Only 1 more block. That's it. That's all he's gonna give us. What the hell does that even mean? They're out. And now the gate's shut. Looks like the rest of us are stuck in here. They're all looking at me. At least Seven's headache is gone. He seems to be alright. Well, I guess there's no harm in trying. Let's see if this door still opens.
Damn. Well, it looks like this door isn't opening anytime soon.
Oh, you mean we're trapped?
So it would seem.
What the hell is Santa trying to do?
Oh my gosh!
Oh my gosh, what?
Have you considered where we are? There can really only be one thing Santa would do now.
Start the incinerator room.
No. No, you can't be serious.
But he is. We've got to do something. Maybe we can still get out through door 9? There's a red. Yeah, alright. We can do this. I've just got to... No, it's not going to work. There's no way. The 5 of us can't open this door. 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8 equals 26. 2 plus 6 equals 8. Is there any combination that'll work?
Junpei, can I borrow your pen and notebook?
Sure, why not? I don't think I'm going to need them. Ever again. Well, she certainly looks purposeful. Looks like she's writing equations, a lot of them. Huh. Oh, man. She doesn't look very happy. What? Hey, no need to be ripping pages out of that like that. Jeez.
What the hell are you doing, Clover? Give me that!
Alright, at least 7 got it away from her. Maybe now I can get a look at what she was writing. Let's see.
What? And there's no other way?
Lotus? Looks like she'd figured it out too, though.